All right, welcome in to Panthers on the Plus here on WCNC Plus, also known as Ball Brothers Panthers Preview, Episode 5, Week 5 of the NFL season.
Whew, man.
But not so great so far as the Panthers. 1-3, still early in the season. Well, we got to have some hard
Nick, that side you
conversations.
just said, it tells the entire story.
It is tough, man.
It tells the entire story. My
Oh,
goodness.
man.
All right, where do we start?
Can we have a moment of silence real quick
Oh,
for the fans?
my
Let's
goodness.
do 5 seconds. All right, moment of silence. All right, so let's get into it. All right, you know how I like to start off the show. What was Eugene right about? What was Eugene wrong about in Week 5?
Apparently, I was wrong about, everything, because I thought that we would really give Drake Maye, a run for his money by blitzing from inside, outside, 5-man, 6-man, 7-man blitz, peel the defensive ends off the running back. I thought it was going to be that type of day where you really just tried to exploit the offensive line and make them make decisions so quickly and get the ball out of the quarterback's hand. We had a 4-man rush going and sometimes a 5-man rush, and they got picked up. And because of that, Drake Maye, he looked more like Joe Montana back there.
Said that, yeah.
He was 14 for 17, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But he was precise. And even when he was throwing behind guys, he would look at the guy that's in front and then suck the secondary up or linebackers up and then throw behind them. And so I'm sitting there going, wow. You give any quarterback time, it's really like taking candy from a baby. It really is, because a quarterback, they can beat you with their arm. They got plenty of time. They can wait for routes to develop, and they can fool you because they can make eye contact with you. And so from that standpoint, I thought that we would really give Drake Maye and that offense a very difficult time, and that was not the case.
You know what?
It was not the case.
You know what made it worse is when he did the Superman thing.
Oh, my
He
goodness.
didn't even do it well. Drake Maye, it's all love. I know you're from the area, but you kind of half committed. You didn't really. That just.
So, I know, and so, but he was channeling that same Cam Newton thing, and the fact that he actually even did it, and I know that he's Myers Park guy or whatever. I know that he's from the
tickets.
I'm sitting going, dude. Now, if I'm on the flip side of that, oh my goodness. I already know. I already know. You're on the flip side of that, and you're watching that, and you go, now you're mad and you're upset, and you're like, hey, we got to stop this guy.
Yeah.
Even more reason to blitz you.
So Eugene was wrong about everything. He wasn't right about anything.
No, I wasn't right about nothing. Don't listen to me.
No. The Panthers had us full. Let's start with the offensive side of the ball like we usually do. We'll get back to the defense because we have a lot to unpack here. A lot. Okay, so. All right, so the game started out, and what we do is we preview, we look back, and then we preview ahead. Bryce in offense, quick start, great first drive, and then
hold on. I thought right there that was going to be the telltale sign that watch out.
It fell apart, and so you see that, and you see the offense fall apart.
Hold on. Let's go back. It didn't fall apart there because that first drive was phenomenal. Yeah. They just went down there. They ran the ball well. They threw the ball well. They did a great job of getting in the end zone. Yeah. And I'm sitting there going like this, watch out now. Now what we need to talk about is the special teams.
Special team, which I spoke too soon about special teams. You remember last week I said we got one of the best special teams.
And guess what? And I spoke too soon, too, because I second that emotion. I'm going like this. I thought the special teams would be special, but it wasn't. And I'm telling you, that kickoff, that punt return, I've been on a punt return team. I've been on when somebody scored a touchdown. Yeah. You know how deflating that is? Because you're going to typically – you're like, okay, they stopped our offense. We turn it off. All we can do is we can pin him down. If he gets 10 yards, so what? All right. We can keep him at 4 yards. That's even better.
Right.
80 yards, 60-yard run. When
it's very deflating.
when you're faking everybody out, and then you're making us look like we haven't been able to that we haven't tackled before.
Yeah.
And so from that standpoint, I'm going, oh, dude, that demoralizes because don't forget, defense. you thought that, hey, man, all right, we're going to go out here and we're going to do our thing and stop these cats. And now you realize that the offense is going out there because they scored a touchdown on you.
Well, how do we get beyond just – because at first couple of weeks, it's like, man, we're not getting off to a strong start at all. We've been getting off to a strong start. How does, against the Dolphins, at home, do the Panthers, Bryce, that offense get off to a strong start to a team that, I mean, same record, playing just as bad, but they got a little confidence after that game against the Jets? How do we get off? What are some of the keys to get off to that strong start or continue that strong start?
So here's the thing. When you, as a football player, you realize that it wasn't all bad. All right, because when I look at the stats offensively, you know, from the running standpoint, passing standpoint, possession of time, I'm like, wow, you know what? Our stats were better. Yeah. Percentage-wise, we're better than the Patriots. And so it looked like on paper, if you just looked at the numbers, you go, wow, the Carolina Panthers are winning.
Right.
But when you don't play football, sound football in all three phases, and you have a lapse in special teams, don't forget that's attributed to 14 points. Yeah. Touchdown, and then 60-yard running back, they didn't score a touchdown. So you got 14 points right there that you didn't expect that was going to happen. It just does something to you. It just does. And so now, offense, you're kind of playing well. Defense, you're kind of playing well, but there's a letdown. And now, if they are able to go ahead and move the ball, which they were, Drake Maye, I want more blitzes. If they were able to do that, now you're sitting back and you're letting somebody go ahead and dictate things. So to that standpoint, all phases, to your point, they have to play great, solid, sound football. Yeah. They all got to get off to a good start. They can't say, oh, I'll get the next one. There ain't no next one.
And Bryce is not the guy. It doesn't seem like he's the guy to sort of say, hey, boys, get on my back. I can Josh Allen this thing.
But that's not what I hear in the locker room. The locker room I hear is a little bit differently.
That's not what we see on the field.
But I know. And so what I hear in the locker room is that, no, that dude's that dude. He's that dude because he's going to go ahead and round people. So he's going. But what you're waiting to see and what I saw with the last throwing down of the helmet is that people want to see that Tom Brady or that Peyton Manning where he'll argue with you and get into your face. And that's the one see. Now, I don't know if he's that confrontational. I don't think
he's not that guy.
But I know he is talkative and he talks up to his guys, and his guys listen to him. And so from that standpoint, I know what you want. You want to see that animus that comes out and says, hey, man, we got to go ahead and do that. We got to handle our business. But I don't think that's maybe his personality. But it doesn't mean that he does not speak up.
Well, to your point, guys like Bryce, is it a Dave Canales problem? Because he's still calling plays. Look, I pulled up the record. He is 6-15 right now as a head coach. You know the NFL. Oof, you don't last long at all. And David Tepper, his patience is a lot thinner than most owners. There's a disconnect. I don't know what the disconnect is. And I pointed it out, and look, you talked me off the ledge last time, but I'm back there, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about this guy.
But listen to Coach Canales' record. When he was in Seattle, and he had Geno Smith, right? Geno Smith threw for, 30 touchdowns? Yeah. He had, maybe only 8 interceptions at that time. Yeah. They had almost 4,000 yards of passing. He was that guy. He goes to Tampa. He duplicates that same exact thing. First of all, he scored a Super Bowl with Seattle, but then he duplicates that same thing. So now, if I'm Coach Canales, right, and I have that resume, and I'm trying to figure out why it's not working, I'm going to look at myself, and I'm going to look at, I can fix this, dude, because I've already been able to do. I've already been able to do it. Now, people suggesting that maybe he shouldn't call plays, right? I get it. I totally get that. But he's been successful calling plays. He just hasn't been successful here. Is that the thing? I don't think so. I think it's all three phases. I think it's sometimes it's offensive line. I think it's sometimes it's the receiver. I think it's the special teams. I think it's sometimes the defense. You got to be playing in all cohesively in all three phases.
It doesn't look like. Correct me if I'm wrong. It doesn't look like Dave Canales trusts Bryce Young, especially when you look at third down and long and we're running the ball. I know it's a field position game. That's the game of football, right? It's all about field possession. But it doesn't look like he's allowing Bryce to throw it deep downfield. Bryce doesn't have the major arm, but come on, at least
Yeah,
get the guy.
yeah, but I understand what you're saying. Like, people want to see that, but what I'm much more interested in the 15 to 20 yard, 25 yard play.
Yeah.
That intermediate area when you run a 7 route, when you run a deep dig, when you run a across the field, because those are extremely explosive plays. Yes, you can go hit that go route down the field, and that looks sensational. But when you're exploiting, and that's why I think that Bryce can really score points in, when you're exploiting in that area, in that 10-yard to that 25-yard range, now you're hitting on all cylinders. And that's what we're trying to do with Mac. If you see, his routes are a little bit deeper in that 14 to 18-yard range. So we're trying to go ahead and exploit that range, because I think trying to hit the home run ball, that needs to be set up. And it only comes with, I believe, running the ball first, getting runs by Chube, Dowdle, let them run, let them suck up on that 8-man front, and then booyah, you hit them upside the head with something deep.
I got a couple more questions offensive-wise. After the break, we're going to get into defense as well. We'll be back here. We got a lot to unpack here on Panthers on the Plus. I see
Man,
you shaking. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Panthers on the Plus, or as we like to call it, the Bald Brothers Panthers preview. You see my brother right there, Eugene.
You know that's right.
One more offensive question. XL is back. Jimmy Horn Jr. is active this week. What I saw,
speed.
We got speed back. What I saw this past week against the Patriots, nobody was getting open. Bryce was forcing the ball to T-Mac. They were off target a bit. The addition of Jimmy Horn Jr., the addition of Xavier Legette, it looks like he's confident he's going to play. Will that make a difference? That's a serious question, because you're talking about a guy who's undrafted in Jimmy Horn, and then a guy in XL he hasn't played well all season.
Okay, so let's start with Jimmy Horn, because what happens when you have speed on the field, Tyreek Hill just got hurt from the Miami Dolphins. But having that type of speed, when we had, what was the guy we had here with Cam Newton, he was throwing to him deep?
Oh, Ted Ginn.
Yeah. When you have speed on the field,
Butterfingers.
Dude, I don't care if they don't catch you. The fact that they have to go ahead and they run a go route or a post or a deep over, and you have to account for that, or they run some type of double move route and you have to account for that, has everybody on alert, because you know that all I need is I can get lucky. Take a 50-50 ball and just throw it down and see what happens. Because if he's fast enough, he's going to outrun you. Ted Ginn's going to outrun you. I can't stay with Ted Ginn. I can't stay with no Jimmy Horn Jr. I can't. I don't have the speed to. So having someone who can take the top off a secondary, that's important. That's why he inserts Jimmy. Now, the flip side of that is you still got to have your cats underneath catching the rock. Now, Legette, I need you to be big. You're going to get a great chance to go ahead and come back and redemption and show that, hey, you're that guy.
He said he's going to prove folks wrong.
Yeah.
I got to see it first.
So, okay.
Gotta see it first,
okay, I know. So you have a great chance, all right? And I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon either way. I'm going to say this to you. You have a great chance to go ahead and prove them wrong. Go ahead and make the most of it. Make sure that you catch the ball, squeeze it, look it into your hands, boom, and then watch yourself tuck it away. Make sure that if a dude comes up to you, be big. Stiff arm a brother down to the ground, dude. Stiff arm a cat to the ground.
Use that shoulder, man.
You know, hey, I'm using every bit of my size, my speed, my bulk to go ahead and play some bully ball against some defensive backs this week or some linebackers. You get in the way, you about to go ahead and get dealt with. So that's what you got to be thinking about from that standpoint, because everybody's watching you, XL, and hold up, the coaching staff is watching you, XL.
Right.
So if you're talking about somebody who's a high draft pick who has a chance to go ahead and prove everybody wrong, well, this will be your chance, because if you don't, then all the rumors, all that stuff will start to circle. And so you got to I really believe you definitely got to have a really good game.
We're looking at you, XL. We got to get to the defense, because that secondary, those linebackers, Stephon Diggs had he was so wide open. Like, why was he so wide open? What did you see out there? And also, too, it's a double thing. It's one, the secondary got exposed. and the Panthers can't tackle. They left the tackling at Bank of America Stadium. Hopefully they find it again now that they're back home, but they can't tackle, and they couldn't cover anybody.
And here's something they worked on. They worked on it the previous week going into Atlanta on tackling, making sure that tackling is a mindset one, and then making sure edges are controlled so that you're forcing the ball back into your help. All right, and so for whatever reason against the Patriots, that did not materialize.
Yeah.
It did not happen. And so I get it. Defense didn't play well enough to go ahead and make some plays to get some stops. They just didn't. And then with the receiver, the fact that I think, now this is just me, I think that we didn't put pressure on the quarterback. That left Drake Maye back there
with time.
Dude.
And we got
time. And don't forget, the dude can run too now.
Yeah, he can run.
I mean, he ain't like he can't run. The dude can run. He's not like a Tom Brady sitting back there like, I can't say Roethlisberger, but a big quarterback sitting back there, and you think about he's not that mobile.
Yeah.
This dude can still run,
dude. He's very light on his feet.
Dude, and so I thought that the fact that we did not, and I'll go back, this is just me, that we did not put as much pressure on the quarterback as possible, left the secondary and the linebackers, which I think our linebackers may be a little bit less than the secondary, exposed.
And look, you don't have Tyreek Hill. You don't have to face Tyreek Hill. I hope he gets well soon. But you got Jalen Waddle. You got Darren Waller, who showed up first game back, I believe, last week.
Yes, and it showed out.
And it's going to be a tricky. Jalen Waddle is a speedster. You said what?
Malik Washington, their third receiver.
Oh, yeah.
That dude can move. He has wheels.
Yeah,
he
that
can
dude
get
can
down
run
the
too.
field.
And then they still have speed. A-Chain.
And here's the thing: the quarterback gets the
with
ball. The quarterback gets the ball out real fast.
Yeah, Tua doesn't waste any time.
Tua is really good. It kind of reminds me a little bit like Drew Brees, that gets back there, boom. He's making decisions right now. He's not sitting back there like taking all day to make decisions.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need all that time. So I'm going to say the same thing: blitz Tua, and I'm going to tell the lineman, D-line, get your hands up.
Who do you need to see from the D-line that needs to step up? Because Turk Wharton was the only one, I believe, with a sack. Princely, I didn't see much of him. I saw him on the field. I didn't see
There
much
was only a
play.
four-man rush back there. So when we look at Robinson, Derek Brown, Scorton, and maybe
that was it.
Prince. I'm missing a guy. It was just a four-man rush. What I need to see, and I understand he may be back in the mix this week.
Yeah.
DJ Wonnum.
Okay.
DJ Wonnum.
Okay. That's your guy.
I like his game. I seen him last year come in. I'm going like this. Hold on, wait a minute, man. Who's this dude right here? This guy got a real. He got a nice little dipping rip.
Yeah.
He got the swim move. He could push you. He gonna push you back into the. I said, who's this cat right here? He got that ass to him, right? He got that mean to him.
Yeah.
And so put him in a 9 technique, a wide 9 technique, and force that tackle to come out. He has the savvy to go ahead and do a spin move and come out of the spin move and go ahead and do the opposite side. So I'm looking for him to have an impact. That's who I'm looking to have an impact. And if he can have an impact, I think he only has an impact if Coach Ejiro looks like we're going to blitz 6 or 7, pull back 2, maybe 3, maybe 1, and then come off the edge.
The folks who they were praising Evero during the Falcons week.
I know.
But they're back on that bandwagon of saying, hey, this guy is not the guy.
Hey, it's not for long league, man. You need to know that. It's not for long league. Indeed. So, Coach, Coach got to come with it, too.
He got to do something.
Oh, he got to come with it. He got to help the boys out there to go ahead and I'm going to tell the D-line, get your hands up, too, but put pressure on that quarterback. Get that ball out of his hand. Tua ain't no joke.
He's not. He's one of those sneaky guys. Again, he gets the ball out quick. We'll see what happens. Well, look, again, we have a lot to unpack. We're going to take a break because I don't want our blood pressure to get too high on this episode because we still got some more weeks to go. We'll be right back here on Panthers on the Plus. All right, welcome back to Panthers on the Plus, a.k.a. the Bald Brothers Panthers preview week 5. Back at the bank against the Dolphins. All right, some quick hitters now. That's what we usually do. So, okay, through 4 weeks, give me your grade on this coaching staff.
Oh, man.
Ooh, that was a long pause,
Wow.
Eugene.
If I have to go C plus on them, I mean, there's some things that it's average. It's a C because it's average right now because they're not playing cohesively.
Yeah.
I mean, when Coach Canales said the blame is on me, I understand the buck's out here, but I do know it ain't all of him.
I've also heard that time and time again.
Yeah, but I know it's not all him because he don't play.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna. Football here comes down to this. Football comes down to me and you, Nick. Am I going to tackle you, Nick, or not tackle you? Am I going to stop you from catching the pass or not? Am I going to stop you from getting to the quarterback or not? It always comes down to that, based on schemes, but it always an individual battle. Always an individual battle. The coach doesn't have an individual battle. He can always just say, here's what we're going to do. What you going to do? Now, I think they could do things differently. Mm-hmm. I would say to Coach Canales, hey, I would blitz these cats all day long. I would blitz these cats all day long.
I have another one. This wasn't on the list, but are fans overreacting? Because a lot of the conversation is oil and water. Canales and Bryce, they just don't mix. You have to get rid of both or one. Are you buying into that at all? And what do you say to fans?
No, because here's what I would say to fans. It's not Bryce. It's not Coach Canales. Mm-hmm. It's the entire team.
Yeah.
It's everybody. It's the fact that you offensively you're doing great.
Yeah. Special
teams you're not doing great. You gotta be rocking at all phases. Mm-hmm. This is the best way to say it. An offensive lineman has to be perfect almost every single time.
Yes.
Why? Because even if the play is going away from the offensive lineman, if there's a breach on that offensive line, the quarterback sack, the running backs pulled down, this and that. So offensive linemen have to be stellar. They got to be perfect, right? Now, you have one miss up. In 60 plays, let's say all 5 of the offensive linemen have a mishap. They miss a block or this that. But they were 59 plays perfectly, all of them. But one of them, and each one had a mishap. You know what that does to your entire look at the offense? Oh, somebody got sacked. Oh, but running back got hit. Tackle for loss. That's what you're saying, right? Now, if all those dudes played relatively great with no mishaps or only a couple of them, it's a different ball game. And it starts there. It doesn't start with Bryce. It starts with that O-line. And so that's why I say, O-line, y'all got to go ahead and protect. Y'all got to go do your thing because now y'all got to go open up holes and you got to allow for the throwing lanes for Bryce to do his thing. Bryce is not a bad quarterback. He ain't a bad quarterback at all. All right? And Coach Canales is not a bad coach. That ain't. It's just that it ain't working, and we're impatient waiting for it to work.
And honestly, it takes a young quarterback, more than 3 seasons to develop. I know 2 seasons, we have a good snapshot of who Bryce is now, but I look at somebody like a Josh Allen, and I keep bringing up Josh Allen because it took year 4 to really see the Josh Allen that we know.
Okay, let's go back to the play before when XL he did the toe tap, didn't do the toe tap.
And against the Jags.
Yeah, that was against the Jags, right? There was a play in the red zone down there where we're like on the 7-yard line. XL is on the right-hand side and he's paired with another receiver. The left-hand side. Bryce looks to his left and finds out that he's not even being covered at all. No one's covering him, and they're in a blitzing situation. Mm-hmm. So he automatically knows, get me the rock right now. I'm throwing the ball right to the XL. Right. If I throw the ball to him right now, he's going to walk in for a touchdown because his guy is way in the back to my right. Now, is that Bryce not knowing what to do? Because everybody else, when Bryce threw the ball away, because XL didn't recognize it, he's not what's the name, and he did his route, which is a out and up. And he didn't need to do it. All he needed to just turn around and look for the ball. Yeah. All right. Bryce threw the ball away, and everybody's talking about this. What is Bryce doing? He don't know what he's doing. 4th down. I'm like, dude, he knows exactly what he's doing. He's saying, dude, nobody's on you.
Because if he throws a pick, then that's a different conversation.
Yeah. He's saying nobody's on you. Every receiver would love to see them when they're man-to-man defense and there ain't nobody on them.
Right.
What would you do? You standing there by yourself. You go like this going, hold up, wait a minute. Dude, give me the rock right now. Right. And he would recognize that. That's something that You would do it in high school, you would do it in college, and you would do it in the pros. I'm playing against the Rams with Kurt Warner at his perfect, and they had the three best receivers, the greatest show on turf, and they had that Marshall Faulk. Marshall Faulk was by himself on the left-hand side. I go, oh no, he's by himself. They're starting to play. I'm running over there as Kurt Warner looks quickly, throws the ball to Marshall Faulk. I ain't got no chance to take a tackle there.
At all.
At all. Score the touchdown, man.
X factors for week 5. Well, give me your X factor.
I think the X factor is on the coach right there, and Coach Gerald. I think you got it. I think you have to change up.
Hot take right there.
You have to change up what you think is working and not working, and get something that's going to work. Because I believe with Tua gets the ball out quickly. You better get to him, because if you don't, that dude would eviscerate you.
Oh man. All right. Who needs to step up? Outside of, I know you said Coach Gerald, but on the field, who needs to step up?
Special teams. We always say that special teams need to be special.
Ryan Fitzgerald.
Hey, I need you to step up. I need ETN.
Yeah.
If you have any shadow of doubt that you're going to be on a 3-yard line fielding a ball and get tackled on a 5, or you're going to let the ball go over your head on a punt return and let it bounce in the end zone. We have an 8 to 10-yard rule.
Yeah.
All right? If the ball goes over your head on the 10-yard to 8-yard line, typically on a punt, it's going to go in the end zone. It very seldom bounces back toward the field of play. And so just let it go. Because if you do nothing, you get to retain the ball.
Because we don't want another hit the chest.
We don't want another hit the chest. And the other thing we don't want to be compromised by you doing something, slipping down, this and that.
Yeah.
We don't. So if you do nothing, it's all right.
He just,
and I like him. And that dude can run.
He can run. And we have young guys.
That dude's a beast.
And I guess where we agree, we have young guys at the Panthers. I think it just takes. Look, fans, I'm a long-time fan. We got to have a little patience. I know. It's been a long time. We have to have a little patience. And with that being said, thank you for joining us here on Panthers on the Plus, a.k.a. the Ball Brothers Panthers preview, Week 5, Episode 5. My ball brother, Eugene Robinson, here with me, holding it down every Thursday, 9 p.m. here on WCNC Plus.
I'm looking for a victory, dude.
We're looking for a victory. Hopefully we come into Week 6, 2-3. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next week.